This video is for MGF 1107, Explorations in Math, Section 4.3, when we are given an Hindu-Arabic numeral and we're asked to convert to a numeral in a smaller base than 10. So in this example, we're given the number 23, which is in base 10, and we're asked to convert it to a numeral in base 2. Now recall, if it is a base 2 numeral, where there's only two symbols in base 2, 0 and 1. Those are the only digits or numerals in base 2. Another important thing about base 2, the place values. Unlike the Hindu-Arabic numerals, which are base 10, if it's in base 2, the rightmost digit or place value is the 1s. And since it's base 2, the next one to the left will be 2 to the first, which is just 2. Place value to the left of that will be 2 squared, which is 4. And to the left of that one will be 2 to the third, which is 8. 2 to the fourth, which is 16. 2 to the fifth, which is 32. And so on. Dot, 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 dot. So when we're converting from a base 10 numeral to another base, in this case base 2 numeral, what we do is we take the highest place value that's less than or equal to the numeral we're starting with. So since 23 is the numeral we're starting with, we want to find the place value that is less than or equal to that, the largest value that's less than or equal to that. And 2 to the fifth was 32, so we don't want any groups of 32 because 32 is larger or greater than 23. But recall, 2 to the fourth was 16. So what we do is we divide 23 by 16. And one way you could do it is you could say 16 divided into 23 goes in there once, which means we want one group of 16. Then what you could do is you could look at the remainder. So 1 times 16 is 16, and you subtract, you get 7. Then take that remainder and go to the next place value, which is 8. Well, if you have 7, how many 8s are there? Well, since 7 is less than 8, you have 0 groups of 8. Then go down to the next place value and say, well, remember, we have a remainder of 7. Now we have a place value of 4. So we take that place value of 4, divide it into that 7, and it goes in one time. So that means we want one group of 4. 1 times 4 is 4. We subtract, we get a 3. We go to the next place value. How many times does the next place value of 2 go into 3? Well, it goes in there one time. If you want to write it out, you could go 2 divided into that 3. It will go in one time, which is the one that we just put there. 1 times 2 is 2. You subtract, and you get a remainder of 1. Well, how many 1s is that? Well, a 1 is 1, 1. So our value is 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, and that's in base 2. And that's how we convert from base 10 to a smaller base. We do that by using division and then taking the remainder and dividing the smaller place values by that.